CFL fans couldn't wait to get this guy on, Eddie Steele. Oh, Eddie, your Elks lost again. But at least your teeth are white. They match your shirt. I don't know if you've been watching any of this show, Eddie, but they want your take. I want your take. Forget about what they want. I want your take. McLeod Bethel Thompson's continued complaints about all kinds of things, particularly the schedule, but other things as well with his 0-6 Elk.
I got no time for the complaints, in all honesty. The league schedule is what it is, and they've been playing short weeks for decades and decades. McLeod's played in short weeks in the past. I've played in short weeks all throughout my career. Yeah, it sucks having short weeks, but it is what it is. The NFL plays short weeks. When we're talking about the healing in the body and just if you're physically able to get back at it after only 5 days, yeah, you can. I've done it before. It sucks. It's not something that is favorable, but that practice week is all mental reps. You're not doing anything physical that week except for recovery and recuperation and preparation for the next game. So, yeah, and, in all honesty, it's pretty funny coming from a quarterback. Sure, you get hit and stuff, but the people who should be complaining the most are the linemen who are banging and doing the most physical work on the football field, but you don't hear it out of them.
Not at all, and I haven't looked at what Edmonton's schedule is this week. I don't know, but Eddie, you love that team. You bleed green and gold. Just tell me what you're feeling. I almost don't even know what to ask you anymore.
Honestly, Rod, and I was on the show this morning, the radio show, the Kevin Carrier show, and I'm at a point where I honestly don't know what to say. And I'm saying this not from an arrogant standpoint. I'm actually trying to be very humble about it. But I was a winner in my career. I've never experienced anything like this. I won a Vanier Cup in college. I won a Grey Cup and had a lot of success in the pros. I've never been a part of a team that is in the pits this bad. I don't know what the explanation is because we've been, people have been clamoring for Trey Ford. McLeod Bethel Thompson hadn't been the issue thus far this season. He's actually done everything you paid him to come in and do. But then he comes out and he lays an egg last week, and it just ramps up the Trey Ford conversation that much more. What was nice was to see the defense rebound after getting lit up for almost 500 passing yards. They came back and played a really strong game. But this team just can't put it together and play a three-phase complete football game, offense, special teams, and defense. And the special teams, Beatty, he missed 3 kicks this past game, and then he had the huge blunder the week before. So that's 2 weeks in a row on the kicker's leg.
I'm glad I have you here because I forgot. I saw your name connected to a report about Trey Ford, and I wanted to ask you directly, not assume anything. Is there an attitude issue with Trey Ford, or what? Is there something behind the story of why he's not playing?
Well, Rod, I was on the golf course with Odell Willis a couple of weeks ago, and he's an assistant coach there with the club, assistant D-line coach. And I was asking him what's going on, and he point blank told me they offered Trey to get in packages, much like Chris Streveler in Winnipeg. And he said, no, he doesn't want to be a gimmick quarterback. He wants to be the lead dog, and he essentially refused. So that was my first time hearing about it. Fast forward to the radio later that week, I'm in, and I heard that Chris Jones came on the Jason Greger show and said the exact same thing. And so I heard the exact story corroborated by 2 different sources that they're offering Trey packages, and he essentially refused them unless he was the lead dog starting quarterback. So I don't know if there's an attitude issue there. There is something there, though, no doubt about it, because in my mind as a competitor, how could you ever refuse reps? You should be wanting to get out there and be putting up such good numbers and play that the coaches have to get you out there. You have to make their job hard. But when you refuse reps, you're making the coach's job so easy, and I don't have any time for that. I don't got any time. This is pro football. I don't care about hurt feelings. I don't care about the emotional aspect of the game. I can't tell you how many hundreds of guys there have been in a locker room looking to replace me after a bad game. For example, if you had a bad game or you stepped the wrong step too many times in a game, there's 3 defensive tackles the next day in the locker room looking to replace you. So I don't got any time that, Trey had hurt feelings because they signed Macbeth in the offseason, this and that. This is pro football. And if you're the true competitor that you really should be, that got you to that level of football, you should be trying to get those reps and taking the job instead of refusing it, which I had heard multiple times.
I know I've seen players have changed, but I didn't think they changed that much. That's out of control. I'm calling, as I think I told you, collegiate NCAA baseball this summer. These kids would give an appendage for one inning, one at bat,
just to get out
there,
to
show themselves,
just to get out there.
Right. So it's not a. Yeah, it's not that they've changed. It's just that it sounds like.
And the thing about it, Rod, here's the thing.
Yeah,
I just want to get into this lastly. The thing about it is, with the new rule changes this year, you're allowed to have 2 quarterbacks on the field. So, but you can't just get to that instantly. You got to work up and you got to sell different plays and packages. But you can't even do those fun things if Trey doesn't even want to get out there and do his role.
Wow. Since you're here. You're so valuable for the analysis. You know that. What'd you think of Adam Bighill laying out Shea Pedersen on the last play of the game Friday night?
Clean as could be. Clean as could be, man. Clean as could be. That is 100% on the quarterback. You watched the Calgary game last night. Jake Mayer was in the exact same scenario, and he got rid of the ball. That is not on Adam Bighill. As a defender, we are taught, and we are going to hit the quarterback any legal chance we get. That was not a penalty. And I'm not even going to get onto the word bounty because I don't know if your fans are ready enough to hear the real truth. But look, defensive players are trying to take out the quarterback. And if the quarterback is going to do something stupid, like hold it, and when you're up 2 scores in the last possession of the game, well, he's going to pay the price. Adam Bighill is doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
What do you think the league will do this week, then?
Well, I don't think how he didn't even get a penalty on the play, so it was.
No, I agree. Okay, I'll write it down. I'm not arguing, but then sometimes the fine list comes out. I'm like, what? So I'm just, who knows? What you're saying, he doesn't deserve anything. We'll see if he doesn't get anything, right?
Well, the biggest, I guess, qualm that people have is that he landed on him and he drove him into the ground. Well, guess what? We are coached to do so. That is 100. If the quarterback is going to put himself in a vulnerable position as a defensive player, we want to take the starting quarterback out of the game. I don't care if it's the last play of the game. We want to take him out so he remembers not to do that again. And if he gets injured, well, you're going to limit their chances of success down the road. I'm not talking about injuring a guy like a Garrett Marino, where you're gator rolling on the ground at his knee. But a legal hit within the game, you are trying to knock the snot out of the quarterback any chance you get.
Great stuff, Eddie. All right, man. Appreciate you. Have a great week. All right. We appreciate him always finding time for us. Eddie Steele, Sports 1440, Edmonton.